Hi everyone, welcome back to Sacred Self-Care with Allison. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Allison, of course, and today I wanted to bring you a little bit of a practice that I've been using myself. It's really wonderful. If you have a bolster, if not a couch cushion, a bed pillow, a rolled up blanket, would be really useful. And it's just a really wonderful practice to do on hard days. So if you're going through any kind of a rough time lately, there's been a lot of energy moving through us as a collective. And also just who knows if there's anything personally that you've been experiencing that has nothing to do with outside circumstances, but more internal. So maybe some healing that you're doing, emotional, mental, or even physical. This is just a really well-rounded practice to help you to practice some really good self-care and soothe the nervous system. So really activate and tap into the parasympathetic nervous system and practice deep rest. So go ahead, grab whatever you can in terms of a prop, and let's get started. So I invite you to just allow this to be whatever it needs to be for you today. And give yourself this time, really just let go of any distractions from the outside world and understand that if you have found your way to this video, it's for a reason, and it's because this is exactly what you need right now today. So starting in extended child's pose, placing the bolster in between your legs, just put your knees as wide as is comfortable. And once we ease into the pose, I'm going to be silent. So I will get you there and then I won't really be talking, but just trust that I know how much time is passing and it's just enough to allow you to really sink in. So getting into a position that allows you to crawl your hands slowly down. And then once you're there, if it's comfortable for you, I would suggest starting on one ear and then moving halfway through the pose, which I will cue for you to the other side. Or you can rest with your forehead down on the bolster. So whatever position is most comfortable for you today. Arms can go wherever you like, but because this is a yin style practice, they really don't need to be extended out. So you can just let them rest where they are. Okay. And coming to rest your ear, allowing the weight of the body to really sink in and be held by the floor and by the bolster. Bringing your awareness inside and just resting here, knowing that I've got you. Coming into your breath. And if you've had your ear to one side, just gently moving to the other, halfway through. Slowly pressing yourself up, moving like you're moving through water, taking your time to come all the way up as we come into our caterpillar pose. So in traditional vinyasa yoga, this is called Paschimottanasana, and in yin, we call it caterpillar, but it's essentially the same thing. So bringing your bolster or your pillow out in front of you onto your legs and using that as a support in whatever way, again, feels comfortable for you. So this isn't about having an upright spine. This is about really allowing yourself to just fold and melt into the pose. You can even use your bolster if it feels good to support your head like this, pressing it against your feet and supporting yourself on the floor with your hands. So really whatever feels best for you today. I'm going to use my bolster the tallest way because that's how my spine rounds. Not, even though I'm a yoga teacher, I'm not so flexible. And just allow your head to rest on the bolster however it will. Rounding, releasing. Seeing yourself very gently rolling up and out of the pose as you press your hands into your bolster or the floor. Moving the bolster to one side, we'll be coming into supported bridge. So getting into the pose in whatever way works for you. I sort of shimmy the bolster behind me and as elegantly as possible, lift myself onto it, making my way down. So the idea with this pose is that we have a gentle inversion. So just take a moment to get yourself comfortable, making sure that the hips and the low back are completely supported. We don't want any pinching or any strain on the back, on the low back especially. So once you're here, just allow yourself to enjoy the sensation for a moment before we come into a thigh stretch. So beginning by placing left leg down, bringing right knee in. And if it feels good to you, you can either keep your knee totally bending straight, or you can sort of let it hang to the right side in a lizard variation. And you want to tag some weight into your left heel so that you're feeling this in your left quad, your left hip flexors, as well as your right hip, especially if you're holding it to the side. Just enjoy lying here, the sensation of stretching out these areas of the body, especially as women, that can be really tight, where we hold a lot of our attention, a lot of our emotion, and try to release any holding, any tension in your shoulders, in your arms, just letting gravity do most of the work, while of course supporting your bent leg. And then coming back into the breath, to that space within that needs a little bit of tender care today. Coming to release the bent right knee, taking your time, pausing for a moment back in our supported bridge. Just feeling the effects of that pose. Perhaps you'll notice a little bit of energy, a little bit of tension that has released and is swirling around. And just enjoy that sensation for a moment. before coming into the same pose on the other side. So extending right leg out, tagging some weight into the right heel, and then bringing left knee in wherever it feels good to you today. I'm choosing to do this lizard variation to create some space in my left hip. And it also, due to the anatomy of my body, because we're all different, allows a little bit of a deeper release into my right quad and hip flexor. Once again, just sighing it out. Sighing is a really good way of activating the parasympathetic nervous system and signaling to the mind, body, spirit complex that we are letting go of holding and just releasing. Releasing left knee back to the ground. Coming once more into our supported bridge, which will help us to transition into waterfall pose. So I'll give you two options for this one. I really enjoy doing this with legs extended upright. I just really feel the blood flowing from my ankles, and it's really good to reverse circulation, which is also why I love legs up the wall. But if this feels uncomfortable or too much for you today, you can also bring your knees in and just allow them to sort of fall towards you. You can rub your thighs a little bit. You can hold on to the bolster, hold on to the knees, hold on to the shins, whatever feels good. So choose your variation. I will do the extended legs version, holding on to my bolster. Close your eyes and perhaps even just imagine all of that blood from the feet, from the ankles, rushing down, giving you a little bit of a different sensation than you're used to, releasing from being on the feet all the time, knowing that this kind of reverse flow for the body is so healthy, allowing all of that energy to go directly to your heart space. And bringing some energy into your toes as you bring the legs back down to the floor. Lifting up your seat, you can shift your bolster out from underneath you as we come into Shavasana. So here you can do the restorative version if you like, by allowing feet to reach to the edges of, you can't probably see me, the edges of the mat, which is really lovely if you have any tension in your low back, or you can place your bolster underneath your knees and take that version. So whatever feels good to you today. I will do the restorative version, just moving my bolster out of the way. And allow yourself these last few moments in Shavasana to really integrate all of the body, emotional, mental, spirit body, as well as physical body care that you've practiced. Perhaps inviting in a sense of gratitude, or perhaps just inviting in a sense of comfort. Bringing yourself back to the breath a little bit more deeply. Bringing your awareness to your fingers, to your toes. Just wiggling them a little bit, perhaps swaying the knees a bit back and forth. And if you were on your bolster, just moving that to the side so that you can roll over, just resting for a moment in this fetal position before coming ever so slowly and gently up to a seated position that is comfortable for you. Perhaps rubbing a little bit of energy into the hands, placing them in Anjali Mudra at the heart, closing your eyes, just taking a moment to remember what this feeling of peace, of a little bit, hopefully, of greater ease feels like in the mind and in the body. and intending to carry that forward through the rest of your day or evening, wherever this finds you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that this little slice of comfort has helped you in some way, great or small, on this day that you have found, for whatever reason, a little bit hard. Know that we have all been there. I get it. And I believe that you will get through this. Okay, be well. Thank you.